Okay, we're trying this again, and this time I do see the audio bar, so hopefully you guys can hear me now. My apologies, I've got to go and delete that previous video. I don't know what's going on. I couldn't change the mic settings through the platform, so we just had to create the stream again, which is fine. I get to kind of rehearse my little opening again. But yeah, just jumping on. I haven't been posting too many videos as of late. They've mainly been just reserved for like comic book hauls. We watched the Supergirl movie and did a review over on Jens's channel. But like my early week content, it's kind of suffered a bit. I just haven't been motivated to, or just I haven't felt like I've had anything to talk about. Um, yeah, so it was just kind of a combination of just not wanting to do it and not being motivated and all that. So, but yeah, my wife and son are in Japan, and I'm kind of living this single life again, except I've got a cat to take care of, and I've got to make food for myself. I'm still getting ready for work and all that each day. So, it's yeah. The summer's just getting started, just kind of easing into it. And today I was watching some great content on. I just fell down the rabbit hole of DC podcasts. Apparently, there's just a bunch of DC licensed podcasts people are doing on that network over there. They're talking about all the upcoming projects, and yeah, there's a channel that they're just two big Supergirl geeks. I've got to get their channel name again, but was watching their channel and just fascinating stuff. Their conversation. It was really interesting to kind of catch some different perspectives and kind of see the fandom at work with the Supergirl content and the movies and all that. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And so, yeah, I just there's stuff for the lanterns coming up, and I just feel like I found my new little rabbit hole to just fall down and watch content. I think I'll have a lot of content to munch on this summer with the lanterns coming up. I've said this entire time of all the projects they've announced. I was excited for Superman. Was definitely excited for Supergirl. Um, and again, the movie didn't disappoint on my end, but I do see I'm seeing more reactions to the movie, and I do see the argument there, but I still think it's better than it is bad. At the end of the day, you can nitpick and you can kind of like get all howdy about like how this wasn't done or that wasn't done. It's not a real, like the film editing, all this stuff could have been better. uh it maybe the vision behind a lot of people are having the issues with the director and the direction he took. I just think the project, at the end of the day, the director has no say. It's these execs, these marketing execs that are just wanting the movie to be popular with a mass audience. And that I think can hurt a project sometime when you're just trying to dumb it down for people, um, and just create some kind of like commercial vacuum. And yeah, I do see like if obviously if maybe Gillespie's original like cut of the movie, or like his when he started off on this project, what he envisioned, like all the panels from the comic book, or his nuanced adaptation of the comic book. If he had a vision there, it definitely felt like maybe it got cut down, and apparently that's the reports coming out now. There was a longer version. but the executives felt like they had to get it under 90 minutes. And it does feel like that part is sort of something worth complaining about. It's something worth like making note. Like, yeah, this could have been better had it been properly, if the vision behind it had been fully supported and properly executed. But it sounds like that's not what happened. And but at the same time, it's like you gotta at the end of the day just see a movie for what it is and not be too critical of it. And yeah, it was a fun movie. That's the takeaway. I mean, um, again, the acting's great, the story's great. Uh, Certain things are questionable, but it's because they weren't able to properly cook, meaning properly give you all the connective tissue that leads toward the final, set of events. And the needle drop, to be honest, I don't know why this is an issue. The needle drop works because it's from Ruthie's perspective. So it's not some random, the song lyrics actually make sense because this girl who probably uh, out for revenge, but also just dealing with the tragic loss and really the uncertainty of her own future. She's hasn't had a really a true chance to mourn her parents and her family, and she's just hell bent with anger and hatred, and yeah, the fact that she's able to like look death in the eye and see someone there pushing it back, and that works. And so I don't get, again, I think people are just superficially just trying to nitpick and find things wrong when it really should be like the other way around. You should like be staunchly supporting. I mean, if you like Supergirl and you want to see more of Supergirl and you want people to see it and have it be commercially successful so that they can make more movies, they could, it's like at some point your complaining is not going to remedy that. If you want to see more of something, good or bad, support it. It's like at the end of the day, you just gotta like pick your poison and just go with it. And right now, if you like the movie and you're putting out something critical about it, just to be like honest, not, I'm not saying that don't your issues with the movie aren't valid. I'm just saying like tone that part down and tone up the part that like you enjoyed it. Right? It's at the end of the day, it's a freaking comic book movie. It's not someone's life story. It's not like a biography. All right, it's like it's literally a piece of fiction. So um, just everybody's got to chill out. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of like dealing with some eye stuff right now. But yeah, I wanted to show off some Ross Andru books, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna pretty much. This isn't like I'm not showing off all my Ross Andru books. I'm just showing off what I feel like are worth showing off by this artist because he's done so much. He's one of those cover artists that was really across multiple titles, and he was just doing pretty much a little bit of everything at DC. But he was so talented, he really could just like kind of put out. So there are covers that are like really, really like stand out as like great pieces of cover art, and then there are a lot of covers where he's just getting paid. He's just getting his paycheck, and he's just kind of doing things as what's given to him. Like you got to draw something related to this story, and he's just doing it. But it does show his immense talent when you're doing so much in a relatively short period of time. Um, just the volume alone and the speed at which your output is, it says a lot about um, you as a professional, right? So that's really what's cool about Ross Andru. He's was one of DC's workhorses moving into transitioning from bronze to copper, right? Okay, let me get another look at here. And then we'll get started. So let me just share my screen here. How's everybody doing, Ron? You being good? Ron? Yeah, we had, so on Supergirl movie night, we went to Mod's Pizza, and just got like two individual pizzas, and we munched on that. And then we got sodas for the movie, and yeah, it was all good. Hope you do pick up something good, like get the popcorn bucket. All right, so let's see here. Let me share my screen. There we go. So we're gonna just start off. It's the summer of Supergirl, and this is the thing. Summer's just begun, right? And I see a lot of people just like kind of like, oh, Supergirl failed, and it was a good try, like it was just literally the first weekend. This summer's not over, and to be honest, maybe I'm in an algorithm, but I do see a lot of interest building, whether it's positive or negative. It is publicity and press for the movie, and you have a lot of people engaged in this conversation, kind of people who hate the movie, people who are kind of like saying it's all right, and then you have a lot of people, staunch supporters of the movie. But you actually have a lot of people like on the Supergirl side being critical of the movie as well. Like it's not meeting the expectations. They were expecting a lot more. And I get all of it. It's all like, I get it. Everybody's not right or wrong having an opinion about something. It's getting mad about that should, uh, let's not, yeah, let's just keep our eyes on the prize, and just be happy that there's a movie that we can talk about and have differing opinions on, and see things in a different light. But I do appreciate a lot of the sort of the honest takes of what they liked and didn't like about the movie. And I also, coming out of the movie, Jens and I were like, yeah, that was good. That was good. But there was that sort of feeling like it could have been more. They could have done less here. They could have done more here. And it, yeah, it just did feel kind of, there were just a lot of areas where I think editing could have been, like they could have edited the film differently. And I'm just learning that apparently there were a lot of scenes cut out of the movie, and that makes sense because it just did feel like there was never really like this like connected. It just felt like you went from one portion of Act One to another portion of Act Two to another portion of Act Three. It all felt like they weren't interconnected with something other than just the characters themselves. There wasn't some kind of like linear flow of action that made sense. It just felt like connecting the dots rather than sort of an organic flow to the story. But we're here to just celebrate Supergirl. And again, the summer just started. I still think it will be a big summer for Supergirl from the comic book standpoint. I know DC Comics is going to come out roaring with some Supergirl content. There's talks they're going to start up another Supergirl series in the comics, like a set of Supergirl books. So this is, I think, a good time to do it because you're going to get a lot of new fans of Supergirl. And the ones that do like it and the ones that want to kind of jump in and read more books and get to know the character better, there's going to be uh, a well of content coming from DC Comics for Supergirl. So, yeah, this is just sort of I think, a kicking off point for more stuff. But yeah, here we have this like just awesome Supergirl cover here by Ross Andru. Um, it's just nice. It's like a darker kind of cover. She's in the dark. There's this flash of light where Superman's shrinking, and yeah, nice little cover here by Ross Andru. Some Supergirl stuff. We got this beauty here. Action Comics. It's it's $4.97. Yeah. Him throwing a portion of a skyscraper at this meteor. That is some goodness right there. This was when he was kind of putting some effort in on that day. Incredible stuff right there. We've got another. This is a great cover. Just this sort of like skyscraper made of newspaper, showing off the unusual dimensional powers of Mr. Mxyzptlk. And yeah, magic maker from the fifth dimension. Nice cover there, Mr. Andru. This is the homage to Superman 300. Ross Andru homage to Kurt Swan, and he's doing their crotch rocket, the crotch rocket homage there. Highly suggestive, but nonetheless pretty cool. Right. I know there's no comic book, Ron. It felt like a big lie. And I see all these other people showing off their comic books, and it just makes it worse. It's like, I got my comic book. I'm like, oh, what happened to our comic books? But yeah, great cover there on the World of Krypton. This is just a fun cover here. Ross Andru did a lot of fun covers, like DC Comics Presents 32, Superman falling in love with Wonder Woman, and Steve and Lois being jealous. Good stuff right there, man. Look at the cherry blossoms, the Washington Monument, the pool before it got all that gunk in it. Before Trump turned it algae blue or whatever it was. But yeah, that's another fantastic cover. And we got some Wonder Woman goodness here. You get some Supergirl right there on the side panel, some Power Girl, and beautiful Wonder Woman there with the lasso. That is some Ross Andru goodness. And you get this sort of like picture frame kind of cover. Those are kind of cool when they bring those back. Or is it book? It's like a book. Look, it looks like a book. It's supposed to be this like big hardback kind of cover book, but it is a floppy. So there you go. Right, Ross Andru. Hey, what's up, man? Fanboy in the house. Good to have you here, man. It's been a while. I feel like I haven't seen you. Like I haven't talked to you, seen you in a bit. But yeah, Ross Andru, man. Not everything's gonna hit Ross Andru wise. There are some real questionable stuff he's put out, but When he's paired up with like a Giordano, man, it's gonna pop. It's gonna pop. All right, you've got some Spider-Man action here. So Andrew and Romita Senior on some Spider-Man. That's free. I just had to pick this up for $1. That's a pretty good pickup for $1. Just the Ross Andrew art work alone is it's worth it right there. Got my money's worth right there. Just looking at it. Boom. And then this one, the Infinite cover here on Action Comics 500 Classic. This is one of those like you know wraparound covers with all the golden to modern age books here, um, front and back. Really iconic issue. Number one son. Doggo. All right, you guys are talking about our good friend. Ian's dog is oh, what's your dog's name again? It's like Winston. Yeah, but we're talking about Jens's sleepy dog there. Again, 500 is kind of faded on this one. This is kind of, I guess, my readers. I do have 2 copies. I have a really nice minty copy, and then I have this copy. If I see this anywhere in any kind of condition and it's selling for like $1 or $2 or whatever, I will be tempted to pick it up. Just because it's, I mean, if you're going to collect Superman, this has got to be on your list, right? So there'll always be sort of like if I were to turn this around and sell it, there'll be somebody who want to buy it. So there you go. All right. And the last book I wanted to show off is, of course, I don't know if this is going to fit, but we have probably one of his best, if not his best, one of his most memorable covers here on Battle of the Century, the first meeting, the first crossover of DC and Marvel. And you also get this fantastic back cover here with the 2 heroes. That got homaged here in the re-release. They did a modern crossover, Spider-Man, Superman. I thought that was really smart move by both companies. Just on the heels of the Summer of Superman, they release a crossover with their 2 main stars, and they're kind of going head to head in the coming year, right? It's like you got Miles Morales and you've got Superman coming out in 2027. So that feels like a heavyweight bout, and I just have a feeling the Marvel geeks are going to win the next round. But we'll see. Who knows? Anything can happen. We don't want to write off DC too soon. I think DC is going to be big winners moving forward. Again, like I said, I think the thing I'm most excited about as a comic book fan has nothing to do with. I mean, we're excited about the next Superman movie. Don't get us wrong. It's the thing we care about the most. But I'm most looking forward to right now in the immediacy, and more so than Supergirl. I was excited to see Supergirl, but I'm more excited just to see. I'm not even going to watch Green Lanterns. I'm just excited for the Lantern series to see what they reveal and to see how it translates into the next movie. So that's why I'm excited. I don't have the ability to watch it on HBO. I may just get the subscription and watch it for the next couple of months during that. But then they're gonna hook me with season 2, right? And I'm just gonna like end up paying for just staying on. So I'm gonna try to get most of I don't need to see these things. I do tend to watch YouTube and glean what's happening through some of the the episode reviews, and I enjoy just getting the synopsis there. You know, sometimes like watching it is good, but you do get a lot of like scenes and stuff that's revealed online, and who knows, maybe we'll get the DVD at some point. But I am excited for all the stuff that's coming. All right, what's going on in the chat here? John is still number one. The dogs are taking over. All right. So yeah, you know, again, I was saying how I think I'm going to be enjoying the DC podcasts. I just learned of it today, and it's just this whole network of like YouTube like content, sort of just super fans, kind of just with channels that are creating content for DC, and I think it's brilliant because it's like fandom producing content for fandom, and that, I mean, at the end of the day, that's going to be the best content because you're not hiring people to with really no background or knowledge of this stuff, um, just kind of narrating a show that's put together versus like just two passionate people or one passionate person about DC stuff talking about it and giving you their fan perspective on stuff. That's really cool stuff to listen to and watch. So because you're just kind of geeking out with them, you're like geeking out with what's coming or what's been shown so far, and that's I'm looking forward to that. So I'm kind of just I've got content in the pipeline, loaded, locked and loaded for all the stuff coming from DC. And you know, Saffron has come out and said the he first off he's saying that the week opening isn't going to deter him from moving forward with all the projects they have in the pipeline. Now, obviously, if there's a succession of miscues and missteps and commercial failures, at that point there'd probably be like, okay, well, we're gonna pull the plug on a lot of these projects. But right now, Supergirl hasn't really shown that it's going to deter what they're from what they're building. And if anything, it's shown that a lot of people have put some kind of emotional or monetary investment into learning more about these characters. And ultimately, that what that looks like at the end of the day, at the end of this sort of succession of projects, what that will bring is going to be the thing we have to track. And again, a lot of hate for the movie, a lot of mid for the movie, a lot of love for the movie, but all in all, it's built its own momentum. And it's at the end of the day, it's publicity for the content and the movie. So from that standpoint, that cultural standpoint, whether it's a success or not, it leaves an imprint on the discourse you're seeing on social media right now. And it is a huge distraction from a lot of the more important things going on in our world. But I welcome that distraction. I just feel like with everything going on, it's keeping me from being too engaged with the reality and the despair of our reality. So yeah, again, it'll be just an escape, an escape from, as comic books should be. I think comic books are a good escape from reality and just good stress relief. Just me being able to like kind of lose myself in the hobby and in the stories and in the artwork and all that. It's fun. I think that's why I just really like and connect with the comic book medium. It's just there's a lot to absorb there. Because from the visual standpoint, it's one thing, right? And I tend to right now my collection is more kind of just looking at artwork, um, kind of buying things like art pieces, right? Versus the other component, there are worlds and stories and just inspirational and sometimes just very entertaining uh, stories behind these pages. And that's the other thing. Like we as comic book fans, I mean, there are some of you very devoted to like reading everything and understanding like the long history and the long lore. I am not one of those people, but I want to be. I want to read more. I want to like kind of better understand the stories behind this. I just don't want to do it with my collection. I just got to find digital copies. I do have them. I have a huge Superman digital library. I'm just so lazy about like just starting to read. But maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll jump off and read myself a Superman comic book before bed. I do have a lot of them to read. I did finish. Actually, not finish. I'm close to finishing. I have about this much left. Here's my bookmark right here. I have about this much left to read. Say the last 10% of this book. That sounds about right. 10%. Of Superman, Kryptonite, Nevermore. It's all the stories from like the 1970 and 71 Superman Action Comics. But it's this great, it starts here in 233. This story arc is the first time we see the sand Superman. It's sort of this, I guess the best way to describe it is it's this encounter where part of Superman's essence is created, like a clone is created, and it kind of draws power from him and gains life. And it's just this kind of, they build it up in a couple issues, and then there's a payoff where they actually, the other Superman, the Sand Superman, ends up helping him and sacrificing himself in the end to protect Earth and all that. So it was, Sand Superman. Good stuff. Again, it's underrated. I think people don't. It's fantastic stuff, but it's just, I think, as good as Denny O'Neil. I just gotta say it's good. It's good. I can't be overly critical. It's good stuff. For the time, you're coming out of the Silver Age. You're still borrowing a lot of the just sort of the redonkulousness of the Silver Age. And you're trying to make the stories a little bit more grounded in, like, I guess, more realism, grounded in science, grounded in more kind of, but it fails to do that really. And that's a problem. It's like you just get a lot of sort of weird. And I can see why, like, having like 2 decades of a formulaic thing just continue to roll on without evolving. It can, that's I think what the Bronze Age Superman struggled with, is like, you know, Marvel was encroaching and they just saw the writing on the wall. So rather than like pivot, they just tried to take the writing in like a different direction, and kind of a more serial type direction, and it works. But the hokiness is always there, and that's, I think that's the good thing about like where we are with the modern Superman. It's like the modern Superman's like a better, like a better version, just because it's, the tone isn't all here and there. It's like it's more thought out. This, when you have a story that's thoughtful and a character in a modern storyline that's thoughtful, um, it just works today with today's audiences. So I guess I'm just saying like it's weird to like read stuff from the past because it feels like there's so much progress that we made. So having the knowledge of all the progress we've made into a more thoughtful comic book, not just story, but just the overall comic book, how the universe is built. It's like universe building. It's like creating all these like cohesive moving parts to work in balance with one another. You kind of had that at Marvel. It was kind of all there integrated, whereas like DC just felt very kind of chopped up, right? So yeah, really enjoyed this comic book, but I mean, is it the best stuff out of the history of Superman? No, but it's also not the worst. I would just put it firmly as more people need to appreciate it. Appreciate this for what it is. It's really early Bronze Age Superman. It's the best way to describe it. Bronze Age Superman, and how Bronze Age Superman gets cooking. There are some really, really like cool moments in these books. A lot of cool characters. Superman pretty much is a whole host of emotions and situations and all that throughout this book. So really cool. Really cool stuff. All right. Well, that is that. I do have to return that to the library soon. So I've been reading it forever. All right, Ron. I've been kind of ignoring the chat. Let's see here what's going on. I can't finish it, Ron. I start something and then if it's good, I just stop. I am listening. All right. 4th of July weekend is coming up. Hope you guys have some exciting plans there. I have made comic book plans, and it's really only to kind of pick up a book that I've just waffled on, but they're having a sale. So if I can get the book on sale, we'll pick that one up. But we're hoping that it's there on Saturday morning, meaning no one goes Friday at the kickoff of the sale, and everybody waits till the last minute to do it. So I'm hoping the Saturday crowd is late to the game. Jens and I'll be early to the game, and we'll benefit from 70% off on all the priced books. All the regular books will be $1, or not priced books will be $1. And I think it's even cheaper if you buy multiples. So if you buy like 4 or 5 copies, it's like, rather than being like 5 for $5, it'll be like 5 for $2.50 or something like that. I think they're doing some kind of like bundle deal, so that should be fun. But yeah, other than that, yeah, not much to. We got some just comic book pickups and stuff to show off this summer, so just stay tuned for that. And yeah, again, I recommend the DC podcast stuff. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on there, DC related conversations. Um, really cool to see all that chatter going on. It's cool to just see the fan takes because it's just fun to see people enjoying themselves with the content. So that's always appreciated. So again, everybody joining here, thanks for tuning in. Great to see you guys here on a Tuesday night. And yeah, I hope to go on more this summer for sure because I'm just bored. I'm just sitting here at home making dinner for myself and kind of staring at social media. So I will try to jump on a little bit more. I give you previews of what's coming up and what we're doing. So that is all good. One and only one of my ancestors fought on the British side, Hellfire Jack Rogers. Oh, okay. A Scotsman. Nice. Oh man, let's not get started on politics. Man, I don't. That's one thing. I don't tend to focus on politics or talk about politics on this channel, and that's very deliberate because this is just kind of for me to escape all that. I just want to just talk about what I want to talk about. That's comic books and my hobby and my collecting journey. So that is one thing I promise you. We won't delve in too deep into the current event stuff. It is important, but you have the news and all that for that. So just come here if you need to get a break from that. All right, guys, have a great week. And we'll be back here on Friday. I think we'll be here on my channel this Friday. And yeah, we'll see you later. Peace out.